Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to our Void Rift Hard Difficulty Guide.
This is the second part. We just finished phase 2, so let's get right into it.
Alright, so this time I'm doing it a little bit different because I feel like an explanation would be really helpful. So a character like Elwyn, for example, you can just use any kind of healer. You don't need Elwyn. A character like Hex, as long as it's a single target magic dealer, will be fine. Magic damage dealer, you'll be fine. Now with Comet, you replace Comet with any kind of heavy hitting magic dealer, same. Regulus and Olog, as long as they're decent tanks, there's nothing special required there. Vortex, same thing, any healer, your best healer. As long as it has the range of Vortex, right? So it's a bit limiting there. But Silas, you can have any kind of single target damage, normal damage dealing, aka Piercer or whatnot, in that position. And finally, Arrogance, as long as you have a single target normal damage dealing attacker, it could also be Lust, for example, then you'll be fine with my strategy. If you want to do some adjustments, I can talk about possible adjustments in a second here. Alright, but as you can see, we're gonna start. I like starting just like last video. I like starting with the base, right? So I like getting down my supporters. The thing is, I like putting down Olog first so that these guys walk as slow as they can, because the moment you hit them, they get a little pissed off and they start running faster, right? So if you want as much time as you can get, as you can see there, right when he gets hit, they're running faster. So you want all the time in the world. Now, in this strategy, I'm not going to put Olog. I'm not going to put anybody behind Olog, because Olog is really, he's the only one who could tank the damage that is going to be dealt by these mace wheeling guys people coming in a sec. At least none of my attackers were able to survive those hits, so that's why there's nobody behind. In the top right up there, as you can see, I put Regulus and I put a damage dealing attacker up there because these guys, I just don't even want. I want to kill them right at the spot. If you find a different tactic up there to be more useful, it's really flexible. Up there, top right is extremely flexible. As long as you really have the solid points where you have a single target normal damage dealer person, aka Silas, aiming down and getting those guys right when they come out, that's fine. The thing that you need to understand is that the guys coming from the top right and the bottom middle are all resistant to magic damage. So you need to have people who deal mostly normal damage. All right, and the issue is that in the people who have those maces, they are going to be resistant to physical damage. So you really got to make sure you have magic dealing people over there. But other than that, it's a slow level. These people take a while. Thankfully, it's just the beginning, so it's a bit easier. So you're just kind of gotta go through here. Now, funny enough, my wife has used this very tactic.
I did.
And she's gonna explain the next level to you guys. But so this has been tested with 2 different accounts, so we both know it works. So now we're gonna go into the next battle.
So this is our second fight, and as always, we start with the foundation. So Olog and Hex. That's because the guys that are coming from the bottom right are weak to magic and resistant to normal damage. So Hex is the ticket. Elwyn to help, obviously, with some health. And on the top left, we put Silas facing to the left, because there's gonna be a wave of robots coming that are weak to normal damage. So, and we put Alora right there to help. Right on the right, we put Idril and Razak. Razak is not the best choice for this because he's AoE damage, but that's the best we had at the moment. And right on the bottom, we also put Comet to help with the damage, mostly because Olog cannot withstand 2 enemies at the same time in this level. He needs to have only 1 enemy to fight, otherwise he might as well die. Also, remember to keep an eye on your ults, especially on the top, because there's gonna be 2 waves of robots coming in, and you want to save your ults for the second one. Also, right after the second wave on the left, we picked up Silas, and right in time we put it back on the right to help Idril and Razak, mostly because our Idril is not super built. So if you have Lunaria, it might be helpful in this level, because she's going to extend the range of all your piercers, so the level is going to be probably easier for you.
Yeah, that's the problem I ran into, because if you watched my last video, then you know that I sold my Lunaria. But, you know, another thing that's really important to remember is that Idril, if you got Idril, do not use her ult on this level, because
Indeed.
she will just target the big guys at the bottom and do absolutely nothing. But, you know, if you followed everything, you got through this level without much problem. Let's move on to the next one. So for this one, it's going to be a lot less complicated than the last. So if you got through the last one, you'll make it through this one, don't worry. As always, set down base, going to get the healer. And just like with the first one, I'm not going to put down any kind of attacker near Olog, just because I want him to go as slow as he can, at least for now. So there's less, I have more time to set everybody else up. We're going to put a Loria on the left there. You just need a single target normal damage dealer. Same thing, it's going to be the robots that are coming through. On the right there, I put Silas, because you need single target damage. Someone with a good range that can deal non-magic damage. I put Razak down. You don't need to put Razak. You can also put the shark guy, Maul. Yeah, him. He will do the same thing. But you just really want to make sure that you have the right and left set up. The only thing is that if you don't have a Lunia, Eluin, if you don't have her, then you won't be able to do the healing that I'm doing right here. So if you don't have her, you can probably swap out Arrogance for a different healer, because Silas is going to need a little bit of healing on this side. Other than that, it's pretty straightforward. Just make sure that you're not allowing any of the robots to get through. If you let a single robot get through, the whole run is over. If you don't have Loria, don't even worry about it. It's really not a problem. But as with the last round, if you have Lunaria would make this significantly easier. So it's really just based around who you have. But as you may have noticed, we skipped through the gold level with all those big guys carrying gold, because we actually covered that in our last video, and it's relatively simple. But if you're running into troubles, just go pull up the last one, and you and I go into it there. But let's move on to the next.
So this is the last fight, and as always, we're gonna put down our base. So Valeria, Comet, and in a second Silas and Arrogance. Keep in mind that Comet might not be the right choice here, because the boss that spawns in is slightly magic resistant, so you might want to put a normal damage dealer and you're gonna be fine. Keep an eye on the guy that on the top right that's coming in with the little scroll, because you're gonna have to block him with Olog right away, and you want to put Hex right next to him to help with damage. Keep in mind that the guys with the maces are weak to magic, and the guys with the scroll are magic resistant. Also, now that the boss popped up, as you can see, wait for him to crawl down to your area and pop all the ultimates that you have. Be careful with Valeria one. Pop that one only if she's about to die, because that's gonna keep her alive and deal massive amount of damage for a short amount of time. Don't worry if she dies, because you have Arrogance that keeps the boss right there for the ults and all the damage of Comet and Silas. When that's done, you just have to keep an eye. Actually, you have to suck up to get up all the other characters that you had put there. So your Silas, your Comet, and wait for them to be able to respawn, and put them on the top right to help out, because people are gonna come in. And that's mostly it. You're gonna have to just keep an eye on your ultimates and keep healing up with Vortex, and you know, just wait out the fight, and that's it.
So, you know, that's the thing is you want to make sure you have people on the left side dealing normal damage, because those guys with the skulls are going to come in and they're going to be real pain and all the healing. But, you know, I just want to thank you guys for coming this far in the video, and part 3 will be up soon enough, and we appreciate it, and if you'd be so kind as to like and subscribe. All right.
Bye.
Have a good day. Bye, guys.